From Phoenix Shaving, Fiddler's Friend. So gather around the campfire at Camp Phoenix. We're going to build a lather and we're going to have a shave coming up next. Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's BarberGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another video. Great to see you again. Thanks so much for stopping by and sharing your time with me. Love getting together with you and talking all things traditional wet shave. We have a brand new shave soap in the shave den from Phoenix Shaving. This one is called Fiddler's Friend. Yeah, this might look familiar to you if you acquired the 2025 Advent calendar from Phoenix Shaving this past year. This was day 4 in the Advent calendar. Here it is right here, day 4. Fiddler's Friend, right there, 2025. Check it out. The shave soap and the aftershave splash. Huh? How about, remember that one? Great, great scent. And of course, they also sent a little bit of a backstory on Fiddler's Friend that we shared with everyone. We're going to share a little bit of that with you today. Doug and Fran very kindly sent along this information regarding Fiddler's Friend. And before I forget, my thanks to Doug, Fran, Huxley, Cube, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for very kindly sending along Fiddler's Friend to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers out there. So let's get right into it. Fiddler's Friend. This drops this weekend. Yeah, the weekend of April 25th, 2026. So yeah, and it's a great scent. Fiddler's Friend. There are, broadly speaking, 2 types of scents in this world. The first are the sort that politely introduce themselves, shake your hand, and then spend the rest of the evening trying very hard not to offend anyone within a 10-foot radius. The second type does not bother with introductions at all, and instead quietly rearranges the atmosphere around you until you begin to suspect that you may not be entirely alone. Some of you know exactly what I mean. Fiddler's Friend is very much the second type. It begins, as all good misdirections do, with a touch of bergamot. Bright, agreeable, almost reassuring. The sort of opening that says, nothing to worry about here. This is, of course, a lie, because no sooner has that citrus flicker made its polite exit than the woods step in and take over the conversation entirely. Cedarwood arrives first, dry and confident, followed closely by oak moss, which brings with it the unmistakable feeling that the ground beneath your feet has been there far longer than you have. Patchouli settles in like an old story that refuses to be forgotten, while spice moves through the composition in a way that suggests something is happening just out of sight and possibly just out of reach. And then there is the musk, not loud, not unruly, just there, observing, waiting its turn, twiddling its fingers. All of this would be more than enough for a perfectly respectable fragrance, but Fiddler's Friend has never had much interest in being respectable. It prefers to rock. Now, as for how this all came to exist in a bottle, the story is, if anything, even less predictable, for real. This fragrance is a real lost classic from about 2016. It was originally made for an old friend of mine who happens to be a genuinely excellent professional fiddle player. He had a fondness for my fragrances and quite sensibly decided that selling bottles of his own signature splash was far more interesting than the usual assortment of concert merchandise like t-shirts, CDs, or hats, all of which have the distinct disadvantage of not smelling like anything in particular. I made one batch. It sold out. I made a second. At no point did I think, yes, this will one day become a sought-after artifact in the world of wet shaving. In fact, I gave it very little thought at all, which, as it turns out, was a mistake. Because thanks to the peculiar economics of the internet, one of these bottles eventually found its way onto eBay, where it proceeded to sell for roughly 150 smackers. This caused a great deal of confusion among shave cadets, who quite reasonably began asking questions such as, "What is this?" and "Why have we never heard of it?" and "Is this some sort of elaborate joke?" For the record, it was not a joke. I probably only ever made about 40 bottles. Fiddler's Friend is a whimsical, deeply atmospheric, unmistakably masculine blend that somehow slipped through the cracks of time and reemerged as a full release 10 years later. It is, in every sense, a scent you almost never met. And now that you have, it might be wise to enjoy it. Yeah. And there's also some of the backstory there from the Advent calendar release as well. It's all up on their webpage. I'll let you read it in its entirety, how it all fits together and the mystery about it and that sort of thing. But I wanted to get the scent notes to you, the background on the scent and how it came about. I thought that was part of the puzzle that was missing from last time. Oh, this scent is great. And that bergamot really does emerge, and then there's that grounding from the woods sense. Oh, yeah. This is definitely masculine. It has that bright, uplifting introduction, and then really, really grounds itself. Oh, this is a good one. Brand new soap tub. Yeah, this is really, really terrific. A great, great scent. Perfect any time of the year, but with summer right on our doorstep. Absolutely perfect. Camp Phoenix, campfires, Fiddler's Friend. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. So we're going to have a shave, and we also have the aftershave splash. Let me show that to you as well. So we're going to have a shave, and we're going to kick it off with the Tube 2.0 for our pre-shave lather, our pre-shave wash, and our pre-shave lather. Of course, we're going to use Fiddler's Friend to make that lather. Campfires. What goes great with campfires? Starry Nights. That's why we're going to use the Starry Night Lathering Bowl. A big thank you to Beth Jones. And our shaving brush is going to be the Phoenix Shaving Cyclotrode X. Cyclotrode X. Because it glows in the dark. And I know if you've ever been around a campfire, somebody always has something that glows in the dark, off in the distance, away from the campfire. That's why we're going to use that. And we'll finish it up with the alum block. And let's see, what else have we got going on? I think that's got everything. Oh, wait a minute, I got to tell you about my razor. Yeah, we're going to use our stainless steel Metaphor razor from Phoenix Shaving right here. Love, love, love this razor. I have 1 day's worth of beard growth, so we're going to have a nice, mild, smooth, comfortable, efficient shave. And once more, we're going to use a Loy razor blade. Love these titanium razor blades. Love, love, love these. Okay, so that's got everything. I'm going to go ahead and put some hot water on top of the soap tub. I'm going to put some hot water in the Starry Night Lathering Bowl. I'm going to soak the Cyclotrode X shaving brush. And then do my pre-shave wash, my pre-shave lather. And I'll see you on the other side to build this lather and to have this shave. So hang in there with me. Okay, pre-shave wash is done. We will do our pre-shave lather, but I want to build a lather first. And here's the hot water in the Starry Night Lathering Bowl. And we dump that out. And here's some hot water on top of Fiddler's Friend right there. Dump that out, and here we have the Cyclotrode X, glow-in-the-dark, glow-in-the-dark shaving brush. That's absolutely really neat. It's got a great feel to it as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's all I'm going to need, 12 turns. And we're going to go ahead and build a lather. I got a little bit of water in there, but that's okay. And again, I only have 1 day's worth of beard growth, so I'm really looking forward to this shave. And look what we got already, just from 12 turns of the brush in that soap tub. Look at that. It's already exploding off the brush. Mantic 59 was the first one to coin that, exploding off the brush. He was the first one in his review to mention that CK6 just explodes off the brush, and it does. It really, really does. And I put the brush in the sink water there to get a little more water, and look what I got. Already got a tone shift, tone drop, the Zerati shift, as Jimmy V has coined. Look at that already. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is a beautiful, rich, creamy lather. Just a little more, just a little more. Look how much I have here. Look at this. Can you see that? CK6 is amazing, and look how quickly that developed a boom lather. Check that out. That is really, really something. Look at that. Oh, man. Wow. more than enough lather. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me throw a little more water on my face. Hang on. Just a splash. And here is the tube 2.0. All right. All right. And this is the regular. This is the non-mentholated version. Really looking forward to this shave too. Okay, so there's a nice pre-shave lather right there. Look at that. I don't know. You know, I did a video review where I used the Tube 2.0 as a lather to do a shave, and it worked very well. But it really gives you a nice, good base for underneath the lather when you paint on the lather, which is what we're going to do right now. I'm going to paint this beautiful lather on it. Look at that. Oh man. I love CK6. I really do. I love tallow soaps. And CK6 is non-tallow. And I got to tell you, CK6, I think, has really, really shattered the myth of non-tallow soaps not being able to compete with tallow soaps. It just shatters that myth. This is every bit as good as a tallow soap. It really is. It lathers great. It builds a rich, creamy lather. It's nice and yogurty. Great coverage. Feels great on the skin. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. I guess in the wet shaving world for the longest time, there was this debate that tallow soaps were superior somehow. And at one point, they may have been, but I think CK6 came along and just went toe-to-toe with tallow and really holds its own. It's just amazing. It really is. Great, great shaving soap. Love it. I absolutely love CK6. All right, so we're going to go ahead and install this blade into this Metaphor stainless steel razor. Love this razor. Love this razor. And I got the blue flare tip on there, telling me that, it's a nice mild shave. Okay, it comes off like that. I won't take it off all the way, but you can get different colors on there. I got the blue on there because, again, it's a nice mild razor. Okay, here is my Loy titanium razor blade right here. You can see right there. Got that labeled there, okay? Loy. Just getting my base plate. So we're going to put that in there like that. Ooh, that sits in there so nicely. Here's the base plate. Oh, that lines up so well. See how those rectangular posts go right through those rectangular slots, or those rectangular tabs go right through those rectangular slots. Okay, look at that. Balance and alignment, spot on. End tabs are enclosed on the razor head. Love the grip on the handle, the scalloped cap. Just a marvelous, marvelous razor. It's got a classic vintage look to it. Just wonderful. Really, really terrific. I mean, if you go camping, this is a great razor to take when you're camping because it's got a nice, mild approach. All right, here we go. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. That's so nice. Love this razor. Love this shave soap. Love this lather. Campfires mean camping out. And again, these are great items to take when you're camping. I mean, this is a wonderful razor to take camping. This Fiddler's Friend is a great, great scent. It's got that great, wonderful, wide open outdoors kind of scent to it, very masculine. Great residual slickness. Here's the part I really like right here. Low profile gets up underneath there nicely. Got that slim razor head. Wow. All right, first pass done. Let's rinse. Lately, I've been playing around with one-pass shaves, and this could be a one-pass shave done. I can run out the door, no problem at all. And, you know, I probably could have gotten by with, say, 3 or 4 swirls of the brush and had more than enough lather for one-pass shave and a little bit of a touch-up. But, again, I tend to overload the brush. I tend to overscoop because I want to have more than enough lather available for the on-camera shaves. And look how much I've got here. And the water on my skin has really, really helped bring this lather back up to spec. Not that it was off spec, it just uses the water so well. It balances itself out somehow. I don't know how it does it, but I tell this to new wet shavers all the time. If you're looking for a shave soap that is going to enable you to build a lather quickly and easily with good results, Phoenix Shaving CK6, and get one of their synthetic shaving brushes. You can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. Get a Cyclotron X. Get this. Oh, this is great. Get a solar flare with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. Absolutely fantastic. Get a Doppler with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, really. I mean, they got some great brushes. The Atomic Rocket. Boy, this is a great one. Yeah, some great brushes from Phoenix Shaving. Any of those great synthetic brushes from them will do a great job in helping you whip up a lather. But CK6, absolutely marvelous. This scent is wonderful. This is going to go into my rotation spring and summer. This is terrific. Even into the fall, this is great. This is really, really a wonderful scent. Again, it's got that bergamot note that just comes out, and then everything else in the background really settles in. Really terrific. Douglas's description of the scent and how it plays out during the creation of the lather and during your shave, spot on. All right, we're going to go with pass number 2. We're going to go east to west across the grain. Boy, that's great. Man, oh man, is that great. And because of this razor, the blade and the lather, there's no pinching or biting when I'm doing when I'm shaving my neck, either north to south, with the grain at the very bottom. The residual slickness carries through very, very nicely, and even on the east to west, just such beautiful glide and slickness. Just a wonderful, mild, comfortable shave. That's just great. All right, just going to have to do a little bit of touch up here. I got probably about, I would say 90% of everything on the upper lip and underneath the nostrils. Just going to do a little bit of touch up because I tend to get fussy. Anybody else would say, oh, it's done. But I tend to get a little finicky, a little fussy. Boy, that's just marvelous. Wow. Second pass done. Let's rinse. This is going to be a BBS finish. This is really, really marvelous. Wow. I could do a third pass for the enjoyment of it and definitely have a BBS finish. Right now I'm in upper darn fine shave territory. I'm right there on the border. After excess moisture throws itself off after the shave, it's definitely going to be BBS. But what a wonderful, wonderful two-pass shave. And we're going to move on to our post-shave routine. Warm water rinse, cold water rinse, and then I'll see you on the other side for the alum block. So hang in there with me. Oh, that was wonderful. Really a nice cold water rinse. Great rinse routine, but a really, really nice cold water rinse. Very invigorating. Clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Oh, that's marvelous. That really is terrific. What a great scent. And the scent is still very, very present, but it doesn't overwhelm. Just as Douglas mentioned in the description, it just kind of changes the atmosphere around you. It really is that good. It's like that. It really is terrific. No nicks, no cuts, no irritation, and a great, great post-shave feel. But we're going to go ahead and use the alum block here, the solid alum block from Phoenix Shaving, and find out, if we got any stinging, zinging, that sort of thing. Oh, yeah. Boy, that's great cold water. Come to think of it, I probably should, because it's camping and campfires and that sort of thing, Camp Phoenix, I should have done a cold water shave. Because when you're camping, more likely you're going to do a cold water shave, right? When you're out there camping? That's my guess. Hang on, let's go with this. Oh, that's smooth and cool as an ice cube. Man, is that nice. No stinging. I want to say a zing, but I think it's the bracing from the alum block. Could be either one, kind of a coin toss. Man, is that good. Wow. Boy, that feels wonderful. Nice and cool. Wow. Terrific. Here's the dry dock. There's the solid alum block, and we'll let the air in the room do the rest of the job, drying it out. Boy, that's terrific. Let me show you the lather here. And again, boy, this just made a great lather. I splashed a little bit in the bowl, but no matter. I mean, this comes right back. Look here, I'll just agitate a little bit, work that water in there. Look at that! Look at that! Come on! I mean, a great scent and a lather like that, and it's so easy to do. If you're a beginner wet shaver, you've got to get a CK6 shave soap. You've got to get one. And I'm telling you, this is a great scent to kick off the spring and summer season. It really is terrific. Look at that. Look at that. Man. Oh. Wow. Just look. Just like that. That really is just marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Okay. All right. Man. Just really, really love CK6. Just like it a lot. All right. Here is the aftershave splash. We've already removed the little cap there. There's a little piece of glued on paper there, so we're all set to go. Nice plastic restrictor there. Okay. Let me just hang on. Oh, boy. That's really, really good. All right. So we're going to just get a little bit here. Well, actually, not a little. We're going to be generous. This is a great scent. Be generous with it. And we're going to use the Jimmy V method, okay? Jimmy V method, if this is your first time tuning in, we're going to let that alcohol, the excess alcohol, evaporate a little bit. Let the scent emerge, and then slap on nothing but the good stuff. And there it is. Wow, great, great shave. Love this scent. I mean, when we had it in the advent calendar, it was a great scent. It's great for the summer and spring season, traveling, camping out, campfires. Yeah, this is terrific. And you know what? Next time around, I'm doing a cold water shave with it. I mean, camping, like I say, when you go camping, I'm sure a lot of folks out there, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a camper out there, more likely than not, you're doing a cold water shave outside. And there's something about it, right? Something very lively and just brings everything to life about your shave. Correct me if I'm wrong, comment below and let me know. But that's what I'm going to do next time. A cold water shave with Fiddler's friend from Phoenix Shaving. Celebrate campfires and Camp Phoenix with Fiddler's friend from Phoenix Shaving. My thanks to Doug, Friend, Huxley, Cube, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for very kindly sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all of yours out there. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so I'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Let me get the aftershave splash right here. Fiddler's friend. Great scent. Thanks. Oh, you know what? Did you see this right in the background right here? Right there? Nessie right in the background on the label? Huh? You see that? How cool is that? I love the labels. I love the labels from Phoenix Shaving. The artwork, just fantastic. Just adds to the overall shaving experience. All right. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.